Hey everyone, I'm back. It's me again. Yeah, I just saw the newest episode of Two and a Half Men entitled "Out Not in My Mouth." Yeah, interesting title, but yeah. Anyway, title show begins with Walden and Zoe in their little private jet. They had a little turbulence, and there was a point where they thought they were gonna die and things like that, and they had a little near-death experience. And Walden kind of starts to rethink his relationship. He says when he says "I love you" to Zoe, but Zoe doesn't say back. I'm thinking now, and I think in flashbacks when, like, a few years ago, when Charlie was still around, we had Chelsea. Since Charlie says "I love you" to Chelsea, and she didn't really reply back, and he was trying to get her to say it back and everything. It's the same deal here, and also same deal between Alan and Lindsay, apparently. Yeah. So yeah, it's very kind of seems like a little some of the old mixed in with the new there. Yeah. So basically, yeah, like Walden's kind of upset that Zoe doesn't reply to him saying he loves her after they have like somewhat of a near-death experience on a plane. So yeah, and then back at home, Alan and Lindsay are kind of having time together at home. Lindsay gets to drinking a little too much, into vomiting, and yeah, and then other gross stuff that I won't go into detail, which I think it was a little much, but yeah, but anyway, let's see what else we got. So afterwards, Walden decides he needs to take some initiative, and he wants to know where he stands, him and Zoe stand in their relationship. And Zoe goes off on a business trip to London, and he wants to get her before he has time, but then I guess they have a bit of a falling out, and then as Walden's leaving the hotel, surprise, surprise, he runs into a girl on the elevator and brings her home. Back to the beach house, and then Alan talks him out of it, and he gets all prissy and everything. Like, I never had a girl like that. We're saying like you might need to change your attitude, but yeah. But Alan's never gonna change his attitude. His attitude's been the same since the beginning of the show, and so yeah. And then what else we have here? And then he gets a phone call from Zoe, a little video call. Apparently they can chat on video on the phone or whatnot. On the plane, he said he didn't want to leave things the way they were. But then the girl comes along, I forget her name, and then things get bad to worse, and things don't go bad. It's just thinking, yeah, it's Charlie again. Whenever Charlie has a bad breakup, he mainly goes to finding another woman. But Walden, he kind of he's kind of feeling guilty about it. He desperately tries to get her back and all that. And he takes Alan and Lindsay with him and everything, leaving Jake alone with the girl, and he tries his luck with her, and that ends up being funny. So that happens. So yeah. Afterwards, we got what else we got? Yeah, basically on the plane, and Lindsay drinks and pukes again, which is a little too much. I mean, Alan's kind of really desperate. Like, if he's gonna just settle for a woman like her, pukes and shits and farts and all that stuff. I'm not keen on being a woman like that. I'm not desperate to be with a woman like that. I can say that much. Alan, yeah, you are the epitome of desperation, my friend. Yeah. And then later they get on there. Later, they get on there, and then I guess all is forgiven between Walden and Zoe and everything, and Alan, and Zoe says "I love you" back to Walden, even though there's the reason given before is because she when she kind of gave her heart to a couple of guys, and had it broken after saying "I love you," and yeah, and then I guess you want the same thing for that. In a sense, sounds like similar from between Charlie and Chelsea a few seasons ago, which I'm kind of getting flashbacks there. In a sense, like whenever seeing Walden and Zoe together, I get kind of flashbacks of Charlie and Chelsea, like in a couple seasons, season 6 and 7. Which to me, it's like seeing how that seemed to kind of fail. And in this episode, I can say I was really actually optimistic for Walden and Zoe. I didn't want it to fail, everything and all that. I actually wanted them to succeed. I wanted Walden to be happy. Walden seems to be progressing, getting better as a person, whereas Alan, he's the same old schmuck he's been for the past, like, however 9 years, since the beginning of the show, since the pilot. He always will be. So, I mean, what I can say for the show, I mean, they, like with, Walden adding someone new, he's someone who's actually progressing in a sense. Like, before then, it's kind of a sappy baby and everything. Like when in the beginning he was a sappy baby. Now he's like progressing. I think he like progressed more than anyone else on that show, and he's only been there for like one season so far, and everyone's just the same. Well, there is Jake, but you know he's kind of growing from a kid to a boy. I'm not sure. The only thing that's changed about him is his voice and you know his interest and everything. I'm not sure whatever else, but basically, yeah, Alan's kind of been the same. Walton's progressed in the longer enough than Alan ever will, has, and probably ever will. And the title ends is because when like Alan does say "I love you" to Lindsay, she wins it back. When they kiss, she ends up puking in her mouth. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, buddy. I'm no, I wouldn't be willing to spend my time with a woman who pukes all the damn time. I'm sorry. No, that's just not me. And everything. And still, this episode, this season, we didn't see any appearances from Judith or Evelyn, but, you know, we haven't seen them too much that season anyway. But yeah, it was a fun little episode, you know, I was rooting for Walden and everything, and I kind of got flashbacks of the old Charlie in a sense, you know, and everything, so it was a fun little episode, but yeah, it's good, but yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll probably head to bed in a bit, so yeah, that's it for me, see you all soon, bye.